Hello YouTube, getting ready to head out of here from my campsite. Pretty quick update here I'm going to give on my 450. So upgrades I did do the 3-gallon IMS tank, and then I did the flatland radiator guards. You're supposed to use the spacers that I put here over here. I just used some spacers from my table saw. The fairings fit a little better, and then the spacing is better too here. Otherwise it's going to be kind of at a weird angle for the radiator guards. When you put your fairings on, you do have to stretch them a little bit to make them fit, but they will go on with some a little persuasion. So I did that, and then I did the Oxford heated grips. I know it's a little late in the game to do this, but I did use these early February, and they work fantastic. I just mounted, make sure that's off. I just mounted the controller here, and then my make sure that's off, my USB charger here, and I used some double stick Gorilla two-sided stick tape. That tape works great because it's gooey. It's not permanent, but it allows, like I said, it's gooey, so it allows it to flex, and it's staying on really nice. So heated grips, tank, flatland radiator guards, and then I also did the skid plate, the flatland skid plate. You can see there. So the only thing that got challenging was rerouting the coolant line, the reservoir coolant line. I ended up putting some, I just didn't like how it was just exposed to the engine, so I used some fuel line as like a loom here. You could see it right there, and I cut it one full slit all the way up to all the hot spots where it goes to the radiator, but I just didn't want it going through here, you know, with all the hot areas. I'm gonna put this to bed and probably just go braided. I need to do some other stuff with the tank, some more rerouting. I also put this headlight protector on. This is a really cheap item from Amazon, but if you guys have your Baja Squadron headlight, you guys know those are expensive, so I definitely recommend putting some kind of protection on that. The light, it works fine with this. The only downfall with this, if you want to clean the light, you have to take it off. You have to take it off and to clean your light. Let's see. I believe that's it. I'm getting ready to load it right now. This is how I double strap everything. I just need to buy some heavier duty straps, but I double strap everything to the forks. That's the main point. And then in the back, I strap it to the axle. I actually go around the axle on both sides. The other side's challenging because of the rotor, but I want to get around that axle and get a really good cinch when I lock that down. The next big upgrade I'm going to do is I'm going to replace this exhaust, and the main reason might sound strange, but it gets so hot with this catalytic converter here, and it actually melted my plastic cover. So you could see I put the heat shield kind of in a weird spot in between the cover and then the actual cover for this, so it doesn't melt that plastic anymore, and then the bags. The second reason is so I can fully utilize my maps for the AIM ECU, the map switch. I'm limited right now just to the stock pipe. I mean, I've tried messing around with it, but it's choked up. You know, it's not breathing. So I'm going to do that, and then I've mentioned this before. I have a different sprocket and a chain I'm going to put on them. I'm right around 3,000 miles on this guy, so that chain is definitely overdue. And then I'm going to go with a 1 tooth up to a 52 tooth sprocket, and that should help even more with the twitchiness. I'm going to do that, and then I did cut these a little too short, so I'm going to, these, luckily, These are cheap. These are $65 on Amazon. These are the Oxford Adventure, and it comes with the controller, all the wiring. So I screwed up with my cut, and I'm gonna have to redo that. And then I'm gonna probably change these bars out, put some different handguard protectors, and then levers. Really, I'm gonna put some money into it. I'm gonna do just different layers of protection. All right, it's kind of, it is dirty. It's just kind of a, for you guys that like to see the kind of how the bags sit and whatnot. This, I tried mounting this facing this direction, but I'm gonna flip it around because it's in my back a little bit. So I'm gonna flip this around. I was just worried if this breaks open when I'm riding, then all my stuff would come out this way, but it won't. I've had it that way before, and I just experimented and wanted to try something different. So you could see there's my spacing with my pipe. And once I get that pipe, I'm not gonna have to worry. I'm still gonna have to put a heat shield there, but it's not gonna get as hot because of that. It's not gonna have a catalytic converter. I'm gonna go with the FMF to where I could still use the same exhaust. I might have to get some adapters, some reducers, but I'm pretty good with all that, so I'll be able to figure it out. Let me get more of a front view here. I've got a bunch of questions on this windshield. I love this windshield. The only downfall with this, it doesn't allow me to pitch it because of this. So in another video I mentioned I have a heater hose. There's like a bushing for it, so it's not rubbing against that. There's a lot of different things I could do. I could bend this down, or I like that mini fairing. I do put my phone on here when I'm going, you know, someplace I'm not familiar with, so that is, I love that windshield. I mean, its downfall, it mounts to the bars, but it offers so much wind protection, and it's easy to put on. There's nothing to it. A gentleman was asking me about my tank bag, how the tank bag would fit. You could see there, it's kind of the spacing. That's how I do it. There's the vent hose, kind of going around like that, but it works fine, no problems. Strap system. I still carry gas. I still carry extra gas. I just, when I ride places I'm not familiar with, I just worry. So I know I keep talking about, I'm going to show you guys those bottles I carry in here, and I'm sorry, I'm getting ready to get out of here. I don't want to take all that apart. So basically both of these bottles, gas bottles in here is 1.5 gallons plus 3 gallons. So I got plenty of gas. Like I said, it's dirty, but it's being used like it's supposed to be used. I love this bike. If I had to pick between this and my KTM, it would be this one. I know it might sound crazy, but just the reliability, just the ease, how easy it is to work on this one. When you go after market, you're gonna have to tweak this and that and adjust this and that. But I love this bike. It's my favorite between the two. So I'm gonna probably put more money in this one than my KTM, because it's worth it, in my opinion. Very, very, very underrated, capable bike. Yeah. You guys have any other questions or anything at all on this, let me know. I'm happy to answer, to share with the 450RL community. All right, I better get this guy loaded and get on my way. All right, take care, everyone.